Hey guys, B.O.L.T here. We're here for realistic Scooby-Doo movies within 5 minutes. And I'm going to start at 30. So pretty much this is just based on, I guess, a lot of the universe. Actually, we're going to start it at 6. So pretty much this has the Scooby-Doo Where Are You universe because it's got several of the monsters and it has some of the other things like Scrappy-Doo in it. So some of the series are also correct. But this is pretty much based on Scooby-Doo Mystery Begins, Scooby-Doo Legend of the Lake Monster, Scooby-Doo the movie, and Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. Okay. Alright, so we start off with just 4 regular teens and a dog that, a Great Dane that is just by himself and up for adoption. Finally, the Great Dane is able to escape from the adoption place that they have and runs into a student going to a close college known as Shaggy Rogers. He brings him back to the apartment and actually makes him his dog. And that his name is Scooby-Doo, but he just names him nickname Scooby. He also runs into a nerd named Velma Dinkley, a popular girl Daffy Blank, and I think he's a jock during that movie. It's been so long, and that's Frederick Jones. They all of a sudden start having this huge paranormal activity around the things, and they get blamed for anything that happens at their school, and they end up getting a lot of trouble. But because of this trouble, they actually learn more about each other, start hanging out and doing things. So, because of what they do, they learn that it might be this principal, and they go to it's not the principal. It's, I think, the ex-principal or vice principal. They go to his house, think it's him, but isn't. Because the actual ghost come out because of this book that was in the library that has black magic that makes him actually come to life. They do this whole ghost chase. They figured out that that their school buried a capsule in the basement underneath the school. They go make the hole, but then the ghost, the mastermind of the whole thing, captures them and throws. I think it was Scooby. He throws it down there to figure out. No, actually, no. He captures Scooby, but the rest of the gang go down there and find it. They find the capsule, but trick him, and then they end up masking him as the principal, and he goes there for a stamp, and tries to kill some teenage from a stamp. They do a whole bunch of mysteries. They take Daphne's parents' van and turn it into the mystery machine, which we also learned that Shaggy is actually an adult during this, and apparently he only gets held back, and he has a driver's license too for some reason. They go on the mysteries. The only one during this end is that we learned that Captain Cutler was in there quick speed up. Then we go to Legend of the Lake Monster. Daphne and Fred become a couple and teenage love. And then, your run and chase. They have all their mysteries from all the canon from that kind of story. And then they run into Scrappy, thanks to Scooby's sister. They pretty much have to follow him for several mysteries. Then all of a sudden he tries to mark his territory on Daphne, which gets him kicked out of the van because he tries to be a huge leader, kind of. And he's kicked out of the gang in the desert. Years later, they're finally going on the case after Daphne's been captured again. And it's the Luna Ghost case in the Wow Toy Factory. They end up getting a whole giant misunderstanding. They start calling each other out, and the gang separates. Of course, Scooby and Shaggy stay together. But then all of a sudden, Mondavarius of Spooky Island calls them together because of a supernatural phenomenon. They all end up like, wait a minute, you got called too? I don't want to be here. They all end up just teaming up anyways, finding certain clues, finding out that there's yet another, even more realistic supernatural thing, like the mystery begins, that actually brought them there. It pretty much is a cult. They learn that Mondavarius is the leader of it, but it turns out to be Scrappy, and he tries to sacrifice Scooby to become the strongest of these huge goblins. And then just years later, they take all their mysteries from beforehand, make them into costumes. One of their old nemesises, the pterodactyl ghost, he makes all these realistic monsters, trying to make the Mystery Incorporated look bad, and they end up finding out how to reverse it, and all the monsters are gone, and he gets thrown back in jail. Yay! Okay, that was it for that in 5 minutes, actually. We'll be doing Macbeth here in a little bit, and I hope you guys like this video. Hit the thumbs up button if you did. Hit the subscribe button to see my future content, and go to B.O.L.T to see the rest of my stuff I did. And don't forget to hit that bell because of, YouTube works weird. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.